Hello, welcome to Module 3 of Youth Counselling and Management. This module is going to be about psychological and emotional challenges of youth. We're going to look at understanding depression, anxiety, stress, and building emotional resilience. In this module, learners will learn dealing with depression as youth, managing stress, anxiety, and emotional breakdown, how to deal with family pressure as a youth, and how to build emotional strength and resilience, how to identify yourself and confidence building, then decision making and life direction. Let's get started. Introduction. Adolescence and early adulthood involve significant emotional, social, and cognitive changes. Youth face pressures such as depression, anxiety, stress, and emotional breakdown. Family expectation, academic demands, peer influence, and social media contribute to emotional instability. This model is going to equip learners to identify, understand, and support youth through psychological challenges. Dealing with depression as a youth. Depression is a serious mental health condition affecting thoughts, feelings, and behavior. It can be more intense and long-lasting than normal sadness. Common causes of depression include academic pressure, family problem, peer influence, relationship issues, bullying, social media comparison, trauma, or rejection. The common signs of depression include low self-esteem, loss of interest in activities, fatigue, irritability, withdrawal from activities, changes in sleep or appetite. Counseling strategies. Recognize and accept the condition. Talk to a trusted person, counselor, parent, or teacher. Challenge negative thinking pattern, cognitive restructuring. Build healthy habits such as sleep, nutrition, exercise, reduce screen time. Avoid harmful coping mechanisms such as drugs or isolation. Managing stress, anxiety, and emotional breakdown. When we say stress is a natural response to demand. Signs of stress include headache, irritability, poor concentration, sleep disturbance. How to manage stress is take a break, exercise, or talk to someone. Anxiety means excessive fear or worry about future events. Signs include restlessness, rapid heartbeat, avoidance, negative thinking. How to manage anxiety is by deep breathing, challenging negative thoughts, gradual exposure, or counseling. While emotional breakdown means when a youth becomes overwhelmed and unable to cope. The signs include frequent crying, withdrawal, hopelessness, loss of motivation. How to manage this is by immediate emotional support, safe expression, rest, professional referrals when severe. Dealing with family pressure as a youth. Family pressure occurs when parents or relatives place expectation on education, career, relationship, or your lifestyle. The effects of those pressure include emotional stress, loss of identity, low self-esteem, depression, conflict, poor decision making. Healthy ways to cope with family pressure include open and respectful communication with family, self-awareness and goal setting, know your own value, seek support from counselors, teachers, or your mentors, build confidence through small achievements, negotiate and compromise where possible, practice relaxation techniques and maintain balance. Counselors help youth express emotion, improve communication, and mediate family conflict. Building emotional stress and resilience. When we say emotional strength, it means the ability to manage feelings without being overwhelmed, while resilience means capacity to recover quickly from stress, failure, or trauma. The key characteristics include stress management, positive thinking, confidence, self control, learning from mistake, sense of purpose. Ways to build emotional strength and resilience include develop self awareness, know your own triggers and strengths, practice positive thinking and realistic self talk, build problem solving skills, learn from failure as a growth opportunity, maintain healthy relationships and self care, which includes sleep, diet, exercise. Seek help when needed. Counseling provide safe support. Self identity and confidence building. How a youth perceive and define themselves based on value, beliefs, personality, culture, and lifestyles answer who they are. Without strong identity, it leads to indecision, low self esteem, excessive dependence on others' opinion. Building confidence. Set and achieve small personal goals. Recognize and celebrate personal strengths. Practice positive self talk. Learn new skills and develop talents. Accept mistakes as part of growth. Counseling supports identity exploration, challenges negative beliefs, and encourages self reflection and goal settings. Decision making and life direction. When we say decision making, it means identifying choices, evaluating outcomes, selecting best actions, influenced by peers, family, emotions, social media, or personal values. Poor decision making leads to impulsive regret, poor life outcome. How to develop life direction. First is self-exploration. Understand your own strengths, interests, and value. Goal setting. Set goals for short-term and long-term objective. Plan. Identify steps to plan to achieve your goals. Commitment. Stay focused despite challenges. Evaluation. Review progress and adjust. Counselors guide you through self-discovery, critical thinking, and alignment of choices with personal values without making decisions for them. Roles of counselors in psychological and emotional challenges. Counselors provide a safe, non judgmental environment where youth can express themselves freely. Key support functions include help identify triggers and emotional patterns, teach coping skills such as relaxation, mindfulness, cognitive restructuring, guide decision making and problem solving, build emotional resilience and self confidence, refer severe cases to psychologists or medical professionals. Early identification and appropriate support prevents long term mental health issues. In conclusion, this model has taught us that depression, stress, anxiety, and emotional breakdown are common but manageable challenges among youth. Family pressure, academic demands, and social media significantly affect mental health. Building emotional strength, resilience, self identity, and confidence is essential for healthy development. Sound decision making and clear life direction help you to navigate complex choices. Counselors play a critical role in early intervention, emotional support, and skill development. With proper guidance, youth can achieve emotional stability and purposeful living. Questions and discussion. What are the key differences between normal sadness and clinical depression in youth, and why is the distinction important for counselors? How can a counselor help a youth who is experiencing an emotional breakdown in the middle of a session? A youth says, "My parents want me to be a doctor, but I want to study art." How would you help this youth manage family pressure while maintaining respect? Why is self-identity development considered a protective factor against peer pressure and mental health struggle?